Yo, yo, yo. What the heck is this? All right. What's up, guys? Rojo Kova here, back for another live stream. This is a very, very special show. Give me 1 second. I'm going to do all my promos for my stream. And then we can go. Um, how the fuck you would think I'm the chiropractor? All right. Yo, yo, yo. All right. So, all right. Let's get it cracking. Down. All right. So today, as you guys can read from the title, we are going to be looking at my Kickstarter and the new comic for my Kickstarter. Um, uh, I've showed off this comic a few times on a couple past streams and on other people's live streams. Um, the Kickstarter is something that I've been wanting to do for a comic of mine for a while. I just haven't felt like I had a project or art or just like the knowledge or the know-how to do a Kickstarter campaign. I've been like looking and I backed a bunch of Kickstarters before. I've watched people on YouTube who do their own Kickstarters and stuff and kind of listen to their information that they, you know, give out and stuff and, talk to other people who've done campaigns and things like that. So, really, it just took me a while to like muster up the courage to just go out and do it. So I finally did it. My Kickstarter, the pre-launch page is up right now. And so this is the pre-launch page for my Kickstarter. This is like the kind of like early sneak peek of like what's going to be on the Kickstarter kind of page. Some things are going to change, obviously, but here's like the opening to the page. I like made these cool little headers with like all the information on there, a bunch of the rewards and stuff that I'm going to be having. So I'm having a bunch of cool add-ons, and then I have some covers and stuff that I'm waiting on from other artists who are going to. Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Arcanite? And yeah, so I mean, I have some preview pages and the whole 9 yards. I mean, so click the link in the description to get to my Kickstarter page. I would highly appreciate it. I'm trying to get those numbers up for the campaign and stuff before I launch. I'm planning to launch July 10th, so like in like 2-3 weeks. Really just like I said, I'm waiting on some artwork from some people. I'm waiting on just like stuff like that, little things like that, and I just want to like drum up, waste some time to drum up some like hype behind the campaign, essentially, but I don't want to just straight launch out of nowhere. So yeah, if you guys, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat also. So if you guys will go and check out the campaign, and if you're like an avid Kickstarter person, go hit that pre-launch notification button. That would help a whole lot. Cause I think, and I don't know how true this is, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, what's up, Ian? I'm pretty sure if you I'm pretty sure if you have like a lot of people with the pre-launch, essentially, it kind of Kickstarter boosts your whatever to the algorithm, whatnot. So yeah, that's kind of like the plan for that. So yeah, about 2 weeks, and the book is like completely done. This isn't like a like, oh, I need the money to fund the book or nothing. No, the book is completely done. 42 pages of straight just like action packed, goodness. If you like kaijus and you like takusatsu, like I kind of describe it as like Power Rangers meets Berserk type. I mean, obviously, I'm not Kentaro Mora, so my artwork isn't that great yet. But I mean, I'm getting there. So I think it's worth the money. Originally, I was going to do a campaign for like the full collected edition because it's going to be a 4-part book. Like the first volume's 4 chapters. But I'm planning to go to Mid-Atlantic Comic Con in August, and I just want to not Mid-Atlantic, Atlantic Comic Con. I'll look it up for you guys. And I'm tabling there, and like I want to have some copies for it because my goal was to have the book done by August, but obviously, for some reason I have a what's up, Jacula, what's up, Melanie, what's up, guys. So I'm going to this convention. I went to it last year just as like a like as an attendee, just went and walked around. That's really cool. They had like some really good artists, creators, and a bunch of stuff there. And, it was a nice venue. I liked it. I had a good time, man. I had a really good time, like just walking around, and they had Larry Strawman was there, and the writer for Tribe. I got both of them inside my first issue of Tribe. So yeah, I'm tabling there this year, and so I wanted to have some copies of AWOL there. So I'm planning to have, if the Kickstarter goes well, I'm gonna have the copy of one there as well as backing the sending the book to the backers or whatever. Oh yeah, I got a haircut, Tim. I had to cut it off. It's getting too hot outside, so I had to had to cut the hair off, man. I think in my new video I have my hair cut. I don't know, but I had to trim it down. Every summer I always cut it off, and then during the winter I just grow it back, and then whatever. But yeah, so yeah, click the link, and if you guys haven't signed up for the pre-launch page, please go do that. I would highly appreciate it. So there's that. Also, Heroes Con is coming this weekend. I'm super excited. I already took my days off for that. I did it a long time ago. Thanks, Agro. I appreciate it. I hope so. But at Heroes Con, I mean, I'm really hyped. And last year when I went to Heroes Con, I had a good time. I actually did like 2 live streams about it. You can go check that out. After fact. And yeah, I had a good time. I met so many dope artists that I really like, work that I really like. I met a lot of cool, indie guys about some independent books and stuff there, and got some of my comics looked at and artwork looked at. Last year I had what's it called, of ashcan versions of this Spider-Man book that I did, and I had some cool feedback, and it really gave me like a lot of energy to like continue making books and stuff like that. And it also like hyped me up to like want to do traditional work and not just like do digital work, because the Spider-Man book I did all digital, and then after that I haven't done a digital comic since. Like all my comics since then have all been traditional. Here's water. So like, because I was like walking around the venue and I was just seeing like all this original art from people. Like Jim Mahfood, he was there, and he had the Street Vigilante. I saw some of those pages there last year. Just a bunch of like traditional artwork, and I was just like, man, like if doing digital is great, it's more convenient, but tradition, there's nothing like, especially like having a physical page in your hand. I mean, some of you guys in the chat might know who are my artist friends out here, and so I was just like, you know what, let me do let me start getting back into the paper and pen and all that good stuff. So I've been doing it since then. I've been trying so many different techniques. So far, I think the best that I've came down to is pencil and pens and stuff. I do all my pencils digital still, so I still have an air of digital to my work, but it's just for like the pencil layouts and stuff like that and thumbnails, and I just print out on the 7x11 or whatever 11x17 paper, and then I just ink over it. And then right now I've been, for my issue 2 of AWOL, I got these Copic multi-liners, and then I was using that for like the finer details, and then I really just mainly just use the Tombow for like a lot of the main ink lines, and I have a couple microns that are all like busted up, so I use them to do like speed lines and like fucking what's it called, like buildings and stuff like that, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much what my workflow is for that book. So yeah, I had the first 2 issues done of AWOL, so that's cool. But yeah, so this year at Heroes Con, outside of just being an attendee, I'm gonna be handing out these what's it called? Ashcan versions of AWOL number one. It's like 10 pages of the book. The book is 42 pages long. So it's just like 10 pages of it, kind of drum up some hype for the Kickstarter. So I have like this QR code that I made for the Kickstarter campaign and then just from like my website. Um, and yeah, it's just like a couple of just like random pages that I picked out from the comic. And yeah, so that's kind of like, yeah, I did it last year. It was cool. I mean, it's just something to kind of drum up some hype. Like I'm trying to like drum up as much hype as I can for the campaign. Hopefully I can get, my goal is to have at least 50 people on the hit the notification bell before it launches. And hopefully I can get funded within the first day. You know, from what I've seen, most campaigns get funded like most of their stuff like the first day and the last day. So if I can get it completely funded, I mean, my goal isn't super high. So I feel like I can, but you know, who knows, you know. And I'm also going to be doing these like man on the street type interviews with like the creators. I bought this, like, I have these Rode mics that I've had for like a long time, but I like rarely use them. Like the mic that I use here is the one I use for my YouTube videos, but I had like these Rode mics, like the ones you see like on TikTok and shit. I bought them like a long time ago. I just haven't really had a like opportunity to use them. Like when I got them, I thought I was gonna like add more me like walking around and talking in my videos, but I never really got around to doing that. Like I'm not like good at reading my script and looking at the camera, you know. Like so but I got this like cool like little adapter so it looks like a microphone, so I can, so I'm doing like little quick like mini interviews with like creators that I know, like, you know, some of the K-fan people, and like do like just quick little like harmless interviews. Like I have a couple questions written down, like, oh, who's your, you know, how's the con going for you? How was this and how's that? And blah, 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 you know, so just like quick little, like, so I can put them up on my Instagram and like help people promote their comics, as well as just like, you know, something cool and fun. Cause I feel like this type of stuff is like what's kind of hurting like comics in a way where there's no real like social media presence with like creators, or like real social media presence, like where you see with like anime and like manga, where they have like people who are like dedicated to like talking about their favorite anime, dedicated to talking about their favorite manga, and then like, you know, whatever, like, and there's, you know, and most of them are like younger people, like my age, Gen Z people who are young, my age or younger. So I think that, yeah, that would be, you know, that's gonna be fun, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully I can get some cool interviews out of it. And then go from there. Let me see. Tim said, my current comic art philosophy going forward is going to be Bristol and cardstock for passion projects and digitals for jobbers like gigs. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel that, Tim. I've done that too. Like, if, like for some of the K-Fam pages, like books, I think I've done like pages like pinups that are like straight digital. Or I mean, you know, stuff like that. But I feel that because I mean, obviously, if you have a job, you want to do it quickly, you know. But I'm thinking about like one, just like I feel like I've gotten 10 times better since I've been doing traditional work. So that's why I'm trying to just stay on that, and just even not just like getting better with like my anatomy and storytelling, but just like the techniques that I'm learning and trying new things, getting my fingers dirty. Like right here, you can see like my nails all like black a little bit from like the ink, because I like do a lot of ink splatter and like just fucking around with just the inks and stuff. Like look at my ink bottle, it's all dirty and stuff. This ink is so annoying. It's gotten gunked up a few times. I had to like wash it out. This super black. It's lasted me for a while. I'm like halfway done with this, and I use this deleter white ink for like just like white splatter and stuff. But now I feel that, Tim, for sure. Have you ever did art for other companies or purely independent? Arcanite, I haven't done any like work for any other like companies or things like that. I mean, I've done books for like the K-Fam people. I've done a bunch of fucking books for them. But that's not a company. It's more like a group collective of like just dope, cool artists that I really appreciate and that appreciate, you know, each other and stuff like that. And then I did one book with the Sewer Boys. I did a pinup for book 2. They did a campaign for it. So that was pretty cool, which is similar to the K-Fam, where it's like a collective artists who are just dope and just have a passion for making comics and stuff. Hopefully, I mean, maybe I can get some work with a company, you know, in the future, or like, you know, but essentially like the reason I'm building this platform on YouTube is so I don't have to do that. So I can just like self-publish and just, you know, sell out just like, you know, my comics whenever I produce them, like a Corey Kenshin or like a Rippaverse, who like, I don't agree with him as a philosophically, you know, politically, but I agree with like how he runs his business and how he kind of went about doing that. But that's kind of like my goal. So hopefully I can like in the next like 3-4 years have like 100K subscribers and just, oh, I just dropped a new book and here's a pre-launch 100K, whatever, stuff like that. That's kind of like my thought process and stuff. Yank Mari, hey Cove, are you gonna shoot footage at Heroes? Can't make it in person, but love to see you walk through. Yeah. I did it last year. Like if you go to my Instagram, I did a couple reels where I like did like a bunch of just random like 5-10 minute like reels on Instagram for Heroes Con, but like I was just so enamored by the convention that I like forgot to like record a lot and just like you know what I'm saying? And then like I spent a lot of time standing in lines last year too, like Scotty Young line, probably sitting there for like 2 hours, Daniel Johnson, a couple hours, Stanford Green, like 30-40 minutes, David Finch, the fucking CGC when I got one of my Duo Powerbomb, my Spawn variant cover, graded. I stood in that line for a long ass time. So this year I'm gonna try not to do that as much. Obviously I have, which I'm gonna talk about here in a little bit, like the creators I want to go see, but I'm gonna try to film a lot more. And like I said, I'm gonna try to do the man on the street, like ask people if they questions and stuff. Like, but I'm definitely gonna do like little vlog type videos. I probably won't. I mean, I might post them like on my YouTube Shorts, but I'll probably mainly post them on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, go follow me at the Rojo Cova. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna try to like film a lot more. Like last year, man, like the very first day on Friday, I freaking like didn't eat or drink any water. So like by the end of the day, I thought I was gonna pass out. Like halfway through the con, I was like, bro, like I was going to like people's tables to like try to talk to them. I couldn't even like talk because I was like because I was like so like exhausted. It was like kind of embarrassing. But I mean, like let me see if I can find on my Instagram what I did. And I could show you guys kind of what I did. But I did it last year. I mean, I always try, like when I go to cons, I try to do my best on just like recording, and I like to take pictures with I like to take pictures with like the creators that I see, like, or like whatever, just because I feel like people don't like to take pictures anymore, and I'm like, nah, fuck that, just for like the core memories. Like here's like a convention I tabled at. I did like a little vlog for it, and this was an okay show. It was more like a trading card show, and so I didn't do that well as far as like sales goes, but I had a good time, and it was just fun just to like figure out, okay, how am I going to set up my table and blah blah blah, stuff like that. So I had my portfolio, did some drawings. There was an artist there who does the Topps cards for Star Wars. So I talked to him, and he kind of like, he's a university teacher, art teacher. So I talked to him, showed him my art. He was just telling me like little tips and stuff. Let me scroll down to my Heroes Con stuff. See, literally, this comic was literally right after Heroes. I was like, oh man, like I need to. Okay, so yeah, here's my Heroes Con stuff. So I saw Simon Bisley. That was the thing. So here's my Heroes Con day 1. I didn't think I recorded day 2 or 3. Like really, I did like a little bit of filming because I was just so exhausted and I was just like so hyped up about everything else. So also, if you guys are in the chat, man, I got some people in chat. Hit that like button. I would appreciate it. But yes, yeah, this is me, Heroes Con. There's a bunch of stuff. It was I didn't even expect the venue to be that big either. I was like, Jesus Christ. So I was handing out the Spider-Man. So I was like, that Pitchcore family was there. And then Jim Rugg, I got him to sign some of my books. That was super dope. He's like the first person I saw last year. Simon Bisley, I got him to sign my body count books and some of my Lobo books. I think Simon Bisley and Stephen Platt were the most expensive things I bought. I don't remember how much on this fucking thing, like $80, some shit. I don't even. This is like, look at that. It's like the most craziest signature and stuff. And then this is day 2. So Stephen Platt, I got it, Stephen Platt. But yeah, this year I'll try to do better, and I'm gonna do like a lot more. I'm thinking I should just make another Instagram just for like maybe like my YouTube. But see, I saw Daniel Johnson, got a picture with him. There was Stanford Green. He was cool. There was a bunch of toys. I was super tempted to buy, like all this cool. And I was also just kind of weird, like pulling my camera out. Like Scotty Young, he had a bunch of shit. His line was long as fuck. Like his line was long the whole time I saw Scotty. And he also seemed like when he was signing books, talk about John Romita Jr. I got him to sign some stuff. He's cool. This is my second time meeting him. And then that was it. See, I didn't get much. But yeah, so. But Scotty Young, man, when he was signing. Like I was trying to kind of talk to him a little bit. He just seemed like he was just out of it, man. Like it's like all my old shit. I was on all my iPad art, and then after that, after the con, it's just straight traditional work. But yeah, whenever Scotty Young was signing, he was just like, I don't think he was really into it. He was like, let me just get this shit over with, because it was also Sunday, so I'm sure he was probably just tired, just like, man, fuck this. I signed. He said he signed like 6,000 books. So, and even in that line alone, I know because there was a guy behind me. There's two guys I was in line with when I was waiting that were like retailers, and he like they both had like a bunch of like Scotty covers, and the one of the guys that was directly like in front of me behind me, I don't remember, he was like, because they had a 40 book limit, so he was just like, hey, can you hold these 40 and I'll pay whatever, you know what I'm saying, so you can sign them, so I can get them signed or whatever. So I was all right, I don't give a fuck. So he got like a bunch of books signed, so he could resell them on his eBay and stuff like that. I talked about that on my my new video. I just did a video on about Scotty Young. If you guys didn't know and haven't checked it out, it's about like kind of like variant covers, and then like about fucking Scotty Young's career, and just kind of like him. This video right here, I made 2 thumbnails for it. This is like my like matte thumbnail, and then I did another thumbnail, and somebody said it was
covers in comic books, a
variant covers, and somebody said it was what's the word I was looking for? Somebody said I was clickbait, and I was like, it's not clickbait, it's a fucking whatever. I don't give a fuck. People just comment stupid shit all the time on my channel, but I always assume that. Yeah, Tim, same. Like last year, I don't remember how much I spent, but I spent a lot of money. So this year, I'm like budgeting to make sure I don't spend that much money. Most of the time, I spend a lot of money just like on like the Stephen Platt book, the Moon Knight signature. Because I got a remark for that, and then the Simon Bisley remarks. I think that was probably like a couple $100 like combined for those, and then the CGC signature was like right there, that book right there. I was like, CGC's like $80 just off rip. So I probably spent like just on those 2 things like $200-300, and then like I got like random signatures. I bought random books from people. I saw Eric Canetti there, and he was probably the dopest person I saw. I don't know if you guys know from Ink Pulp podcast. He used to be on the podcast. He's not on there much no more, I think, because he's like busy. I think he's working on an animation or something like that. I don't know, but he like sat down with me and talked to me for like at least like 20 minutes, and like because I saw him the Friday, and then I gave him one of my books, and then he said he didn't have enough time to like look at my stuff, or like he said, he was like, I'm gonna look at this tonight, whatever, and he'll come back tomorrow, and then we could talk about it and stuff. So I don't know if he actually looked at it that night, but when I came back, he still had it, and he remembered me, and he was like, okay, and he's like, so what do you kind of want to get better at? I told him like, and that was kind of the hard thing. I was like, I want to get better at everything, but like that's not realistic. So I was like, maybe like my perspective. So he like looked at my book, kind of wrote into it and stuff, and like he broke down the whole thing, and then he gave me 3 copies of his comic book, which is like was fucking dope. He gave me all 3 of his books. These are like $20 each, and these are like super high quality books. All 3 of them for free, like all 3 of them. I was like, bro, after that I was like, I'm watching Pope forever, and so, but he's not even on the show no more. But the show, I mean. The podcast is cool for the most part. I like it. But yeah, he's with these guys, Iconic Comics, and he gave me all 3 of these for free last year at Heroes Con. I was like super grateful, and I was like, yeah, this is fucking dope. Like all that internet shit they talk about the comic industry, fuck that. It's, real life people are cool. Your video on Black superheroes was super interesting and awesome, especially for someone who wants to incorporate diverse characters in your own work. Yeah. I mean, that Black Superheroes comic was kind of just something. Video was just something that was lingering on in the back of my mind since I've kind of like gotten back into making comics. I think I talked about it a little bit on the back at the end of the video. I usually do like these little monologues, kind of like where I talk about like what the thought process was making the video and stuff, and then doing my promos. But yeah, I mean, essentially the key, the main takeaway from that was just like make whatever comic, whatever character you want, and don't let nobody tell you or make you feel bad for making the character or the comics you want. Like that's just the bottom line, obviously, like I pinpointed Black characters because I'm a Black man, and that's something that's near and dear to me, seeing Black characters, because even when I was growing up, I never saw that many Black characters, and I always felt like that I want to see more. And then when I was making like comics and like stories when I was a little kid, I always made my characters like black. And so even to this day, I still do the same thing. Even though essentially sometimes like their blackness isn't like the main point of the character or whatever. It's just something that I like, I think about, or I don't think about. It's just something that's just natural to me. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing I think about. I just, when I design a character, I wanted to look like me or look like, my brothers or, the people around or like my kids or whatever. So, so Ark and I, make your characters, make your comic, and, I can't wait to see it once you get down to that. But, yeah. So yeah, I talked about the ash cans that I'm gonna have at Heroes Con. These are gonna be all free also. Like I'm just gonna be handing these out. So like if you guys freaking, want them, you see me, like I'm gonna be handing them out to people like that I talk to. Oh shit. But I'm also going to be just like if you come up to me and say what's up, I'm like, oh, check out my Kickstarter, check out my book, here's the preview, like just my whole little spiel. But yeah, so let's see. Let's look at some of the books I'm gonna try to get signed. So there's a lot of creators that are gonna be there this weekend that I'm like super hyped about. And so like I have a hard time, like I don't really follow that many creators, like comic book creators that I don't necessarily like I'm one of those guys, like if I really, really like an artist, I'm going to go buy their whole like back catalog. So like Ed McGuinness is one of my favorite artists, or he's probably my favorite artist. It's like between him, Arthur Adams, and Ryan Otley. So like, and they're all pretty much similar artists for the most part, like American comic book artists. So Arthur Adams is going to be there, and I have a bunch of fucking Arthur Adams books, and I'm like, how the hell? Like, I gotta like just delineate or just whatever the word is, and see who I'm going to like. What's it called? Like get my book signed. And so, yeah, or see junk. Okay, you're productive, like crazy. What's your daily drawing schedule? So, my drawing schedule essentially is like, once my kids go to sleep, I just draw. So my kids usually go to sleep around like 7, 8 at the latest. I get them in bed, and after that, usually from 7 or like 8 or 9, from like 8 or like 9 to I go to bed, I draw. And depending on what stage of the or like what I'm doing, I will it will determine like the amount I can draw that night. So say I'm in my thumbnail stage for a comic, my goal is to do like 2 or 3 thumbnails because those are like super loose drawings. I'll try to knock out those thumbnails that night and then call it a day or whatever. If I'm in my pencil stage, kind of the same thing. Probably like 2 pages of pencils. Like I said, I do those mostly digitally, so it doesn't take me that long to do that. Scripting, when I do scripts, I try to like, I don't know, just write it till I'm like run out of ideas. Like, that's both with my YouTube scripts and my scripts for my comic books. I just kind of just write. Like I'm a they call them like burst writers, where people like they just like write a lot as much as they can, like don't even think about like punctuation, spelling, anything like that. I'm one of those people who kind of just like write what I got in my mind at that moment, and then like, and since I write like when my combo scripts, I think I got one around here somewhere. I'm very much like I don't write super detailed scripts. Like these scripts are for me, and they're writing for nobody else. So like, if you look at like this is like panel 1, or maybe let me show you on my Google. I have the digital. I printed those out because when I was doing the thumbnails, it was easier for me just to have them like here. Shit. God dang it. But yeah, like so yeah, like my scripts are just super like panel 1, they're at the market. This is kind of like I like little details and like, oh, this is like a future dystopian looking thing. Panel 2, he's walking. Panel 3, he's doing this. Panel 4, and then and sometimes I'll do more like depending on like if I have like a cool idea, I'm like, okay, like do this and then do this and do that, whatever. But generally speaking, because obviously my so like I treat the script stage as kind of like the bones, and then when I do the thumbnails, it's like the muscles, and then once I do the pencils, it's the skin, and then I kind of treat it like that because like I don't necessarily I'm gonna take these headphones out. I'm listening to them right now. I don't like necessarily what's the word I'm looking for? Like I don't have it. Nothing is like set in stone. You know what I'm saying? I change as I keep going, like through each process. So like, if this like when I did the thumbnails, it kind of worked, but now since I'm trying like I have the dialogue, I gotta change some stuff up, or maybe I want to add another page to kind of add more pacing, or like with action scenes. Because sometimes when the scripts, I don't write the action scenes. I just write, okay, there's 4 pages of action, figured out, and then when I do my thumbnails, I kind of like figure out, okay, and then I'll write like, okay, at the end of this fight though, this person won or this person did this or whatever. So that kind of just changes up. So like right here on the script one for this was the original name, it was gonna be Defect, but I changed it to AWOL. It was 36 pages. Oh wait, let me show the screen. Sorry. For my comic, it was initially 36 pages. When I wrote the script, 36 pages, but the final count is 42 pages. So because I had to like change the stuff up, added some more things I thought it would be cool, took some stuff out, whatever the case is. So that's kind of like what I do that. And then same thing with like, and that happens in the thumbnail stage where I'm like, okay, that it looks better if I do this in the thumbnail stage, or like, and then when I get to the pencils and penciling, that's kind of like figuring out, because some things I'll write or like do in the thumbnail stage, I'm like, okay, I can't, it's not coming out the way I thought it was. Let me change it up. And then and once I get the inks, it's just like dead brain, just inking and just having fun and splatters and fucking big blackouts and crosshatch. You know what I'm saying? Just like not really thinking too much about it. It's kind of like, and the same thing with gray tones. Like when I do gray tones, like almost our gray toning issue 2, probably like this week. I'm kind of like taking a break because I kind of did a lot this month because I dropped like 2 videos and fucking finished another 30 pages of a comic. So I'm like taking a break and like dumping out. But yeah, I mean, long story short, Junk, I kind of just like, I just draw when I can, honestly. Like I've been lucky enough to where like my work schedule is pretty lenient. So like I don't have to wake up early in the mornings anymore to go to work. I used to have to go to work at like 7. So I would have to wake up like at 5 or 6, like eat breakfast and do all that shit. But now they changed me to like a night, like a middle of the day shift. So I don't have to wake up to like, I don't wake up to like 8:30 if I'm lucky. And then depending on when my kids get up, and then I just hang out. And then when I go to work, if I'm like doing like my thumbnails or pencils, since I do that on my iPad, I can bring my iPad into my work. And then if I have some downtime, I'll just work on my iPad. But that's like, not, I don't do that as often. But at nighttime when my kids go to bed, I just draw until, like, I've learned to, like, with this last comic, I've learned to, like, not overdo it. Because I used to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to do 5 pages. But I'm like, I realized that by page 2 or page 3, I'm, like, mentally tapped out to where, like, oh, I could see, like, the quality is going down. So I kind of just stick to, like, when I do my inks, I stick to, like, 2, maybe 3 pages, and that's it. Depending on the page, you know what I'm saying? Like, and what I want to do with it. But have I ever read Haunt? I for sure have. I have the trade for Haunt, and then I have a couple of the floppies. I think I have the first couple issues of. I have the first couple issues of Haunt, like in my long box. So I remember when I first was reading comics in middle school. I remember when Haunt had like just started, and I was like, "Oh, this is super cool!" Like Tom McFarlane and da da da. The log, who was in my last video, my Hellboy video, my Spawn Hellboy video. He actually just did a video about Haunt, which is really good. I actually just watched it, so I highly recommend go checking that out. Yeah, that was a good video. Yeah, you got to capture that stuff while you're in your head. Yep, you definitely got to capture it, because there's been times where I would like forget to write stuff, and then I'll go to the thumbnailing, and I'm like, damn, I want to do something cool with this scene, but I forgot what I was gonna do. So it happens. You might think my comics reader and saying, if you let me show you. Yeah, Tim. I mean, yeah, I'll be down to look at them. I mean, depending on, everybody writes differently. I just realized, like, that like since I'm drawing it, like I can just change it up as I go on with each stage. So that's just me though. But like I know whenever I do like a epic type of comic where it's like I have to be more methodical about everything. I'll probably write more stuff down and like do all that meticulous stuff. But right now I'm working on like short stories and one time like one-off stories. So I don't really like to put too much thought into the script because I'm really these comics are essentially exercises on getting my skills better, you know, like getting those like 10,000 hours in. So that's kind of what I'm doing with these like comics. Obviously I do my best effort to get the best quality out. Like I'm not just, oh, I'm gonna make a shitty comic and try to sell it to you guys. Like I'm doing the best I possibly can do, and I can see the artistic growth as I go, you know. Oh, it's not bad. I know your dad. Yep, I have been a dad since I was 22 years old. My son is 4 and my daughter is 2, and they drive me crazy every day. But you know, I love them. So you know, oh, that's funny because I was about to watch that. Yeah, that video is good. If Agro, you know, I would check it out for sure. I like the log. His channel is pretty cool. I don't really like watch too many comic book channels because I'm enamored by comics all day. Just because I just make comics, I make videos about comics. So I don't. And then also like if there's a comic that I want to read, I don't want to like watch a video about it because you know, like in most of those videos they talk about the comic or you know, so I don't want to get spoiled. The same thing with like manga or anime channels. I don't do that either, just because I just don't. I just you know I don't want to. Speaking of manga, I just fucking caught up on Dandadan. Like I had watched some of the anime the other days. I read the manga like 2 years ago. I bought like the first couple issues, and I was because I kept hearing so much good stuff about it, so I read it. I was like, this is fucking amazing. And then I watched the the anime on Netflix the other day. I watched the first couple episodes. I was like, man, it's so good. And so I caught up on the Takobans. I got the next sex. I think these are 64. So I just bought those off of Amazon. Amazon, you know, manga is super cheap. That's like $60 for 6 issues. Like that's a steal for me. That's at least like 400 pages plus, probably more. But yeah, back to so getting signatures. I have a freaking man. Like when it comes to getting my book signed, like I just have like a bad problem. So like I said earlier, like let me show the list of the creators that are going to be there for Heroes Con this year. And I mean it's pretty cool. I mean, last year there was a lot of cool guys and some of them are coming back, but I'm just like, dude, man, like there's so many people that are going to be there. I mean, some people I don't know are like, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, but first of all, like I said, Arthur Adams is like one of my favorites, and I have like a bunch of Arthur Adams books. Like I have, let me see what books I got here to get signed. I have like a big box of books and stuff to get signed. It's too deep in there, but I got like I'm gonna get my Monkey Man and O'Brien book signed, my Ultimate X-Men X book that he did signed. I have my what's the one with the mutant that he did with the 3 fingers, man? What the fuck's that guy? Long Shot. I got the set of that Long Shot book. I get one. I'm gonna get one of those signed. Like I'm probably spending the most money just getting my book signed. Like I wanted to get an Arthur Adams like remark, but I'm like, bro, he's charging a lot, like $250. That's for like a 15-minute drawing. That's what it said on this commissions list, and I was like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not about to. I don't want to spend all my money doing that this year, so I'm just probably not going to. Just get some books signed. These like charging like $10, and then that's it. And then Mike Allred, like, and some of these guys, like I'm gonna bring comics for, but I don't know if like because I know Mike Allred, his line might be long, so I'm like, I only have like 1 or 2 of his books, so I don't know. Like I have Madman #1, so like I might get that signed, but like I don't like I'm not like super like big on like I'm in the mindset like if I see the lines short, I'll hop in it, but if not, I'm cool off that. You know, all these guys, I don't really know who these people are. Who else is going to be there that I think will be Daryl Banks? I think I'm gonna go because I got some Icon hardware. I might go get that signed. Mike Barron's gonna be there. Wow. Nexus, dude. Ryan Benjamin. I don't have none of his comics. I don't see he has all these things on there, but I've never seen any Ryan Benjamin's actual comics. I've seen like his videos on YouTube and all of his tutorials and stuff, but we'll see. I might just go if he also like a print. I might buy a print from him because he's super dope. I like his art. Bibbin, Shirley Bonds, Malcolm Bourne, Jimmy Birch, Chuck Brown. I'm gonna get him to sign. He's one of the authors for Bitter Root. I fucking love that comic. him and Sanford Green are going to be there, so I'm gonna get them both to sign the new run that I have. Whoa. Campbell and people and Casey, Chris Claremont. He was here last year, had a long line, but I don't have any of his X-Men book. I don't think. No, maybe I think I do. I think I have the X-Men book with Jim Lee, I think, but I'm not gonna wait in Chris Claremont's line. Like I saw him when I went to the Richmond Comic Galaxy Con. I just saw him there. I didn't like get any books signed, but I mean, I'm sure whatever. I don't want to get any books signed by him. I don't feel like waiting this line. I don't have like Dennis Cohen. I got a bunch of Milestone Media books, so I'm probably gonna get a lot of those signed. He did like the cover for like every single #1 for Milestones. I'm pretty much gonna get all those signed by him. Hopefully his line's not too long. We'll see. A lot of these people are coming with like their like collectives, like their art dealers, so they're all gonna be like right next to each other. So I don't know how that's gonna work, because I know like Art Adams and Dennis Cohen and a couple other guys are all like in the same area. I think like in what's that guy's name? David Finch. I think Ryan Benjamin also, but they're all gonna be in the same area. So I don't know if like say what David Finch's line's long. I don't know if the other people's lines are gonna be as long, but I don't think so. I don't think Dennis Cohen's lines gonna be very long. He's not doing anything of note today. Nick Dragata, he's one of the people I'm gonna like take the L and wait in his line for a long time. I already know because he did the Absolute Batman, and I'm definitely getting my Absolute Batman 1 signed. I'm definitely going to do that. So I'm gonna take the L and wait in his long ass line. David Finch, I saw David Finch last year. He was kind of awkward. Like I was kind of like talking to him, but he didn't really reply much. So I was like, oh, okay. Because I used to watch David Finch's live streams when they were fucking like super dope. Like his live streams are actually really awesome. Hopefully he'll start doing that. But he was busy working on that book of Robert Kirkman that was just announced. So I'm pretty sure that's why he stopped doing the live streams. But hopefully since he's might be done with that, I don't know, that he'll go back to doing those. But those live streams, if you guys haven't checked those out, I highly recommend them. Or even his videos in general. He's super dope. Chris Grosso, I got some books signed by him. He's super cool. Jonathan Galapion, they just announced him. So I got his Spawn book that he just did. I'm going to get that signed. Michael Golden, I'm going to get my non-book signed. Sanford Green, Daniel Johnson. I'm like, it's a lot of cool people. Let me see what the chat's saying right now. Oh, Artemis was cool. When I met him, I talked to him about his Appleseed covers, and some people didn't really like his covers for that, which is insane to me. I haven't seen those covers. I got to check them out. Okay, I'll check that out, Tim, after I'm done with the live. I haven't really read Mossy, dude. What's up? Boy Mossy in the chat. But yeah, I never really checked out Doctor Who. I'll check him out. Adam Hughes, man, he's gonna be there. His line's probably gonna be long as hell with all them damn covers he's done. Klaus Janson, Casey Jones, Speaking of artists, whose art style influenced you the most? Shit, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't really like pinpoint it. I think I just am influenced by like manga and stuff. I think, I kind of have like a manga type style right now. I don't necessarily feel like my art is like, me personally, I don't think my art looks like anybody's. I try to like mimic certain people, like with like certain types of like how they frame their panels and stuff like that. But like, I'm still like learning anatomy and storytelling and stuff like that. But I don't think I'm like, oh, I look like, whatever. Like I look at Art Adams, like I want to be able to draw females like how he draws females, but I haven't, I'm not spending all day looking at people's work and like copying it. I'm just like, I look at like anatomy books and like art books when I try to like study and then just kind of do it in my own derivative way, Jay Lee, man, that motherfucker, bro. Last year, his name was on the list, and I looked for him like one day for like 30 minutes. I was like, where the fuck is his table at? And he wasn't even there. So they said he's there this year, so we'll see. I had brought like my Image comics, the ones that he did, and because those are like some of my favorite comics like of all time. Like those are some of the first comics I bought also. The Youngblood Strike Force. comics that I did, because that work in that comic is freaking sick. So he wasn't there last year, and I was like, bro, where the fuck is this guy at? Jesse Longer Gang. I don't know how to spell his last name, but he has some cool work. This guy. So I'm definitely gonna check him out. I didn't know that was a hyperlink. Just go home from right here. Some stuff. Andrew McLean. I got a book from him last year. He's cool. He was just chilling. Steve Manning. I got that Fearless Dawn. Meets Hellboy. I'm gonna get that signed if I, get around to doing that. Who else, man? Trad Moore. I got his Doctor Strange, Fall Sunrise. I'm gonna get him to sign that. I got the issue number 1 with the what's it called cover from Daniel Johnson, which I forgot. I like just bought it because it was Daniel Johnson, and just like never read it. so I'm gonna get that signed now because I don't have any Trad Moore. Like the only Trad Moore books that I've read was the Luther Strode shit from back in the day, and that was it. His artwork doesn't look like that at all anymore. So Ted Nanook, Spider-Man artist. I got some of his stuff that I bought accidentally. Steve Olaf, that's cool. He was there last year. Dan Panosian. I might get him to sign some stuff. I feel like I'm not trying to carry too much stuff. Like I can show you the box. This is like my mini box of like. Let me see. You guys can see it. It's like my mini box of like stuff. And I'm also gonna get some of these bad boys signed by some people, some local folks. You know what I'm saying? Some the homie Jeremy. I got some of his books. I'm gonna get those signed. So once he starts working for DC and does his actual Batman run, I'm like, bro, I had the exclusive before. Y'all didn't even know nothing about that. And then I'm gonna get, you know what I'm saying, my Troll Call book signed by some of the homies that are gonna be there. My Otaku no Gaijin number 2. You know what I'm saying? My Grand Design. Issue 0. You know what I'm saying? Since all the K-Fam homies are going to be there, I'm going to get those signed off. Some of those signed. I'm going to have a couple of these bad boys with me. The deluxe, the 56-page pager. My handles out, or my, whatever. I'm just going to carry them around. If anybody asks about them, make a deal. No, I'm playing. Let me see what else I got in here. I'll just show you guys. The boy Brunson. I'm gonna get my Ghost Man signed by him. Yeah, he's dropping some cool stuff, man. If you guys don't know, man, he's gonna be with Cosmic Lion Brunson, and he is. I think he has like 2 books dropping at the con at their table and an art book. So I'm definitely gonna cash out on the homie. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Galapian, this Curse of Shirley Johnson, which was actually pretty cool comic. They were hyping this book up for like a long time, and they kept delaying it, and I don't know what the fuck. I guess it was taking a long time to draw. I don't know, whatever. These out of the way. Let's see what else I got in here. If I feel like it, I might. If I feel frisky, I might stop in Scotty Young's line again, get these books signed. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I don't know if I'm gonna, because I waited in that Scotty Young line for like 2 hours, bro. That shit was ridiculous. And literally like every day they had a cap, because I think he had like signing hours, which most people do. They have like little signing hours because they do like panels or whatever. So, but his line was ridiculous. I think it was the last day, so it was Sunday, and I already kind of saw everybody else. I was like, fuck it, and I'm just gonna go. I'll just go and whatever the hell, like hop on the stream or hop in his line, and yeah, that was just like fucking. That was just annoying. Again, Steve Manning. He has this Hellboy Fearless Dawn book that he did, which is cool. So if I see him, I get that signed. I get this Beavis and Butthead. I had like the full collection, and I think I like traded it or I sold it, but I kept the number 1. And I think Rick Parker is going to be there. So I'm going to just get this signed if I see him. Because why not? I got some Daniel Johnson stuff in here. I'm going to get this bad boy signed. Transformer 10th printing. Look at this shit. That's crazy that they did that. They did like the cool little thing on it. So I'll get that signed by him. I don't know, man. I'm definitely a sucker for signatures. I don't care, bro. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. So some others, Daniel Johnson, some Bitterroot, Stanford Green Art. Yeah, Steve Manning is dope. He has a YouTube channel, and he like does like he would do like these random freaking like random like videos of him like inking and drawing stuff. And he's like a really dope cartoonist. I think he's kind of older, so he doesn't really do that much work, but his work is dope. I packed one of his Kickstarters a while back, and I got like 3 of his Fearless Dawn books, and he's super dope. I fuck with him, dope like a lot. I hate hot take. I wish Jonathan Glapion stayed on Goose Run. I love Danny Mickey, but Clem gave Batman. Think so? I mean, I didn't really look at Jonathan Glapion's work like that. I mean, like his inks and stuff. Like I've seen him. Like I know he's an inker, but I don't know. You know, I haven't really paid attention to him. But his work on that Shirley Johnson book is really good. Like I really like his pencils. And I honestly wouldn't even have like checked him out, but I only checked him out because he was on the Ink Pulp podcast like a long time ago, and I watched it and I was like, oh, this guy's kind of cool. And I actually seen he had like a video he did like a long time ago on YouTube about inking, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, this guy's cool. I'll just follow him, and I bought the book and it was pretty cool. But yeah, Mossy. He has a YouTube channel. If you look up like Steve Manning art, he has like they're like short videos, like huge like a minute of him just like inking or like drawing like his characters or whatever. Some of them are a little bit longer. Most of them are pretty short. I don't even know how how YouTube works. You just rent to random videos on YouTube. So I watched his videos. He hasn't uploaded in a while, but and then I had this Batman #1, and then I got I think this is issue #2 with the Daniel Johnson variant. I'm gonna get that signed. Bane. Look at that first appearance of Bane. This is like one of the first comics I got. Also, I think I got this at Half Price Books. I think for like $1, like a long time ago, and I just kept it. It has like a Frank Miller cover on the back, I think, or something. Tim Seeley's gonna be there, so I'm gonna get this signed. This is a really cool comic, kind of underrated. I think. Then I have a bunch of milestone books I'm gonna get signed. So like some of the newer. It's like the new hardware series that came out in 2020, the old one, Static, the Long Summer. That's a cool cover. The other Static cover, Youngblood, Icon. Some of my prized possessions right there, and then let's see what else I got. But like I even had more books in here that I was gonna get signed, but I was like, I gotta relax, man. I don't want to spend all my money fucking like this year. I'm gonna spend all the money like on the indie creators and buy more, look at more comics and stuff, and like indie comics this year. So this is all my Arthur Adams stuff. So I got this book. I got this long shot book. I got this long shot. I got the whole series for like a steal. It was like $60. If you go on eBay, that long shot series is expensive as hell. I think I got it for less than $60. It was like $30 for my dad. And then this is I've had this comic for like a long ass time. I think this is like the last series Art Adams did in interiors for. And it's like really, really dope. So I'm gonna get those signed. Monkey Man O'Brien, dude. The Godzilla special. And then some Jay Lee. These were some of the first comics I got also when I was little. I think these are the copies I had when I was little. Like, look at those covers. They're so sick, man. And then some of his newer Batman, Superman, and then his Spider-Man shit. So got a bunch of fucking comics, man. I was collecting some, shit over the years. And I saw these I got these at the comic book shop, like oversized Nom. They say Nom magazine, but it's just like black and white versions of the comic. And they're oversized and it's super dope. I printed a bunch of these. Like I have like 30 of them. So they are going to be handed out promptly to everybody and anybody who wants one. Rearrange all this stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's gonna hopefully, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have a good time. Hopefully one of the days, me and What she like better, Jaylee's inks or soft pencils? I like the stuff that is in that. I don't know if that's the inks or his pencil stuff, but the old stuff that he did with the image is like I like that stuff way better. The scratchiness, the energy. I mean, his new stuff is cool, but it's more like surreal and like abstract esque. But I definitely like his older stuff better than I like his new stuff. That'd be good. I mean, I don't dislike it, but it's just like preferences. Yo, Brunson, man, I saw you about to drop. You're dropping a bunch of cool books at Heroes Con, so be prepared. I'm about to be there. I'm gonna buy and support a lot of those comics you got coming out, man. I'm also gonna need your signature, my boy, on my copy of Ghostman. So I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna see you, dude. Put all this shit back in here. These fucking books. Yeah. Also, Brunson, man, if you're down, I'm gonna do a little bit of. I got this my Rode mic mic'd up. We do some quick little interviews for the gram. So anybody is who's down to do some interviews, I'm gonna be doing some just like mini interviews, like 30 seconds. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, man, Brunson, those books look cool, man. You got the Pickle Detective. I remember you're hyping that up on your Instagram a while back, and then the art book. That's just gonna be cool. So I think that would be that art book's gonna be cool. And then what's the other one? Oh, and the Ghostman #2. That's dope, man. That's a perfect rollout for at the convention. Like that's smart. I was wondering when you're gonna put all those books out. I'm like, dude, this guy has been fucking knocking out comics. Like, when is he gonna put these hoes out? Because I remember last year, bro. I think you had just dropped Ghostman #1, and I went to the Cosmic Lion booth, and they didn't have them there, and I was like, damn. But you had them on the website, so I think I bought them. Like, I bought that issue that weekend. So yeah, I'm excited to see your new work, man. But I think that's kind of it. I'm super hyped for the convention. I'm really I'm really excited. I've been waiting, anticipating these last couple of weeks to go, man. I'm excited to start this Kickstarter here too. So yes, it was fun. I mean, I don't know if you've been to Heroes, Brunson, but man, last year I had a great time, man. So I'm sure you'll have a great time too, man. I'm sure you know what I'm saying. I don't know if you're what your plans are, just to hang around, walk around, but there's like so much to see. I had a ball last time, so, and I was just by myself. I was just walking around, just fucking buying shit, looking at shit. And so, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be dope, man. I'm excited. I'm super duper excited. Again, I'm gonna be having these ash cans of my new comic there for free. So anybody wants to grab one, has like a QR code to my Kickstarter campaign and to my website. It's like 10 pages or so of just like artwork from the book. So anybody's interested, they can get a copy. I'm gonna be doing these little man on the what is it called? Man in the Streets interviews. I have these little Rode mics I'm gonna be using. I got this little standy thing to make everything look, I don't know, not professional, but look cool at least. So, and I'll probably just post those on my Instagram, or I have like 3-4 questions just written down, like generic questions that people can just answer. Yeah. That's it, man. It's like 3 more days and I'll go. It's crazy because, man, I had my back was fucked up for the last couple months. I had fucking herniated disc in my back from lifting weights and fucking, so I haven't been able to lift like 2 months. I haven't been able to walk for shit. But I had to get a procedure done today. So my back is feeling a lot better. I didn't get like surgery or anything like that, but I got a fucking, what's it called, shot in my back to alleviate a lot of the pain. So hopefully I'm able to walk around, because if not, I was gonna get a scooter and just just ride around the venue like a handicapped person. But I'm not gonna do that, thank God. But yeah, before I close out, I want to remind everybody that I am doing I am doing a Kickstarter. The link is in the chat for those. But yeah, this is like the launch page. So there's like a quick look at the preview. So this is everything. So if you guys aren't aware, click the link in the bio. Click the link in the chat. I dropped the link in there. I'd appreciate it. You know, guys, hit that remind me button right now. I have, I think, like 20 people so far. So here's like a quick little sneak peek of like how I got everything laid out. This obviously this isn't the final of everything. It's gonna be a little different. I have like I said earlier, for those of you earlier, I'm waiting on like some artwork for some people and things like that, and just trying to get like drum up the hype for it. So like I have some some variants. I'm gonna do a print, sell some original art for those who want it, and add on some of my old comics so people who want to pick those up. Some other stuff right here. You know what I'm saying? I got some preview pages. So I mean, I think I set it up pretty cool. I mean, I was looking at how other people set up their campaigns, so I kind of just did that. So yeah, man. The plan is to go live. The plan is to go live July 10th. So like in about it's like 2 weeks. So hopefully I have everything set up and from there, and then yeah. So yeah, click the go hit the reminder, the notification bell for that. I would really appreciate it. It helped me out a lot once I initially launch, all that good stuff. What you gonna wear on the first day? Show us the fit. I do not have the fit, sadly, but I'm going to be. I'm gonna be wearing shorts for sure because it was gonna be hot as hell because it was hot as fuck last year. Last year I wore some Jordans. I wore my cool grade 3s, and that was a fucking mistake because Jordans are super uncomfortable to walk in after a while. So I'm gonna be wearing running shoes or something like that. Maybe my Air Forces. I have some Air Forces, but I'm gonna be wearing comfort shoes this year. I'm not gonna be like, I mean, I had some I bought a bunch of like comic book shirts, so I'm probably gonna wear like I have a Doom shirt. I'm probably gonna wear. I have this cool Jubilee shirt that I bought from one of the bootleg fucking what's it called pages that sell like bootleg superhero shirts, and and just shorts, just like regular shorts, and I'm gonna have a backpack with me, so nothing crazy. But yeah, appreciate everybody for watching the live stream. Yo, what's up, this totally excellent. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming on the stream. I'll probably do another live stream either right after the convention, just kind of do like a recap, or once I go live with my campaign, stuff like that. But yeah, so everybody that I'm going to see at the convention, come say what's up. Don't be like, I'm a little awkward. I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to be cool, man. I'll be cool when I get there. Say what's up to everybody. I'm definitely going to be supporting people's projects and buying books. So if you have some shit there, let me know. Again, I'm going to have these ash cans, so ask about them if you want one. They're all free. Yeah, and go support the campaign if you can. I appreciate everybody for watching this. Yeah, see you guys next time. Oh shit. See you guys next time.